The real reason why you always get tired so much when you play the clarinet. So what is getting tired? What does this actually mean on the clarinet? So getting tired, you can get tired from your heartbeat, you can get tired from your breathing, you're out of breath. And one really common way to get tired on the clarinet is if your embouchure muscles are not strong enough, and with time in the piece they will get tired and you will start to sound worse, you will start to go sharp, be not in tune, and everything will feel exhausting to play. Now let's have a look at this phenomenon at the example of an orchestral audition and how 90% of the clarinetists usually feel there. Okay, so usually this Mozart exposition that we have to play, which is in essence the first 2 pages of Mozart that every clarinetist has to be able to play in the audition. How this usually works is that everyone starts so fresh, so nice. And we are so fresh in our face, we seem relaxed and we feel comfortable in our lips and everything is nice. But the whole thing looks completely different if we arrived on the next page, for example, at this place where we usually play until 2. Okay, so there, everyone is out of breath and happy that it's over. But so how can we avoid this? How can we avoid getting tired by the end of the thing that we actually need to play? So the reason why you get tired is because, and I will bring a little analogy now, you are like a sprinter, a 100-meter sprinter that only trains 100 meters of sprint and never more. Okay, so that's what happens exactly to many clarinetists out there. When we practice in our practice room at home, in the music university, we practice the exact duration of the piece. But most of the times we practice even less than the duration of the piece. So many clarinetists practice until they make a mistake and then they get to relax their embouchure, and then we practice again until this mistake, and then a next mistake happens and we stop again. And like this, we actually never play a very, very long duration at a time. And then suddenly in the audition, we'll have to play 3, 4, 5 minutes at a time without rest. So this is the first reason. We stop because of mistakes many times and we never play through. And the second reason is that once you finish the entire duration of the piece, of the passage that you need to play, you stop. So, and here comes the trick that I would like you to try to implement, is try to not view the ending of the phrase, the ending of the passage as the ending. So once you reach the ending, immediately go back to the beginning and play it through like one more time. Like this, you train your stamina to, in theory, be able to play double the amount that you actually came for to play. And like this, you will feel half as exhausted as if the very ending when you stop playing is the maximum that you ever played. If it's like half of the amount that you usually play, so let's say you would now end up here. Then I would go back to the beginning directly after playing the whole thing until the cadenza through, back to the beginning and play it again all the way through. And you will notice the second time it's much harder. But after a week or 2 of doing this, playing the entire Mozart exposition through twice in a row becomes the new normal. And playing it through once becomes half as difficult or twice as easy. And I think auditions and playing in general has a lot to do with that it should seem easy for us. And it will never seem easy from a listener's perspective if we always at the end arrived at the maximum capability that we ever practice. Yeah, exactly. So to sum it up, just do this one thing. Instead of playing everything once, play everything 2 times. Same goes with excerpts. Now I'm on the wrong clarinet, but for example, for Beethoven 6, and then go one more time. Be the sprinter, the 100-meter sprinter that actually trains to sprint 200 meters and 300 meters in the same tempo, and afterwards 100 meters sprinting for you will feel easy.